Hello sir, would you like the chicken or the chicken? Do you have any vegetarian options? We have chips or broccoli. Hello, I hope you're well. My name is Harry and this is Learn English with British Harry. I am British and I have taught thousands of students, and this lesson in particular has helped many of my students. This is English at the airport. Before going to the airport, there are some important things to consider. Are you going to book your ticket online, or are you going to go to a brick and mortar travel agent? So a brick and mortar means a physical shop that you can go into. Some of the benefits of booking online is that you can find a cheaper deal. A travel agent may be a bit more expensive. They may tell you, okay, we can offer you a bit more support. We may have a dedicated line that you can call us on if you need any help. That's why their prices may be a bit more expensive. A good tip for you is if you find a cheaper price online, you can go to the travel agent and ask them if they can beat the price. To beat the price means if they can make the price cheaper. Even if it's not by much, the savings can always come in handy. You've booked your flight, now you have to think about your luggage allowance. How much are you allowed to take on the plane? How much are you allowed in your carry-on luggage and your checked-in luggage, which goes into the back of the plane? You also have to think about the dimensions, so the shape and the size of your luggage. Departure, this means the act of leaving. So you leave to go on your trip, this is departure. Domestic flight, this is when you fly from one city to another within the same country. For example, traveling from London to Manchester is within the same country, so that's a domestic flight. An international flight is when you are flying to a different country. A stopover refers to a longer break in the journey, lasting from several hours or even days. During the stopover, you may even be allowed to leave the airport and explore the city. This can be done to encourage tourism. For example, on my way to Australia, I'm stopping over at Singapore for 3 days. This gives people an opportunity to maybe explore a city that they may not have thought about visiting before. A connecting flight. This is a flight that you take after your initial flight, and it involves a change of aircraft, so you're changing to a different plane. So a connecting flight doesn't specify the amount of time, just giving you information that you will have to change to a different plane. For example, my flight from London to Sydney involves a connecting flight at Dubai. So this is useful information to know, because maybe you don't want to have a connecting flight, maybe you want to fly direct, but usually the prices are more expensive for a direct flight. A connecting flight can be cheaper. Usually, from personal experience, if there's more than 2 connecting flights, it can get very tiring. So sometimes that extra cost for having one connecting flight is usually better, because you don't feel as tired. A layover is a short stay at the airport, usually a few hours. So a layover is usually a shorter period of time. A stopover indicates a longer period of time, and a connecting flight doesn't specify the amount of time. The amount of time that you need to arrive at the airport before the flight may vary from country to country. Now you can also check in online and choose your seats online. So this is amazing, because you can go onto certain websites and you can see, what are the best seats? Because some seats are quite bad, especially if they are close to the toilet and then you cannot recline your seats. So let me know in the comments below, do you do this? Do you book your seats in advance? And what seats do you prefer? Okay, so now you're at the airport. Now you may want to wrap your bags. There's special places you can go to and they can wrap your bag in clear plastic, and this can be done to protect your bag. Maybe you don't want your luggage to be damaged, so you can pay for that extra service. You could also weigh your luggage. There may be scales that you can weigh your luggage, or you can go to the check-in desk. So you have an option to go to a self-service kiosk where you can print out your boarding pass, and you can also print out labels for your bags. Or you can skip this and you can go straight to the check-in desk. So when you go there, they will weigh your luggage. Now, if the luggage is over the limit, they will charge you extra, or you could choose to take something out of your luggage. So also check your documentation and print out your boarding pass for you. So what is a boarding pass? A boarding pass is a ticket that you will be given, and you will show this before you go onto your flight, so they can check your name, they know your seat number. Then you will go through the security check just to make sure that you don't have anything dangerous or sharp in your luggage. You may be asked to take out some toiletries or anything that's over a certain limit. So there will be clear signs around the airport giving you this information. Once you've gone through security and you're on the other side, it gives you a chance to relax. The restaurants on the air side will be more expensive than the land side. So this is a trade-off, because if you want to get to the airport early and don't want to have any stress of missing your flight, you'll have lots of time to kill. Now this means that you have lots of time to spare. So you're waiting for your flight. So you have a lot of time. And usually you will get hungry or thirsty, but the prices will be more expensive. And you won't be able to take any liquids or water through security. So you'll end up spending money at a restaurant or a shop. Duty free. A lot of products are duty free at the airport. So you could pick up things like chocolates or gifts or alcohol or even perfume and aftershave. I find that you can get some really good deals at these shops. The people on the plane are called the cabin crew. You will have flight assistants that will be able to help you, especially bringing your meals. You may even be able to order the type of meal that you want before the flight. So if you are a vegetarian, then you could specify that if that's very important to you. On the flight, you have different sections. You have economy, premium economy, business, and first class. So first class will be more expensive than economy, and you're paying for more space. So it's about what is more valuable to you. Do you want to save money, or do you want to have more space on the flight? Choosing your seat can be very important. You have a window seat and you have an aisle seat. An aisle seat is on the outside, on the perimeter. So sometimes in a plane structure, you will have seats on the sides and a row of seats in the middle. On the sides, if there are 3 seats, you'll have a window seat, a middle seat, and an aisle seat. The middle seat is the worst seat unless you are traveling with people that you know, because it can be very awkward if you have to get up and go for a walk or go to the toilet. So when I was younger, I loved the window seat. Now I prefer the aisle seat because it gives me an opportunity to get up and stretch my legs. Let me know in the comments, what seat do you prefer? On the flight, you may experience turbulence. What is turbulence? It's when the plane starts to move, and it can feel quite scary if you don't know what's happening. You'll see the light come up indicating that you should put your seatbelt on, and the flight assistants would give you this information as well, that you should put your seatbelt on. If you're on the toilet, you should return back to your seat. You also have altitude. So when the plane is taking off or when it's landing, the air pressure can drop, and this can affect your ears. Sometimes I've had this issue And what really helps for me is to chew gum or to drink some water. Seems to open up my airways. Do you have any tricks or tips that would help other people? You're almost at the destination. The plane is coming in to land on the runway. The runway is a big strip of land where the plane can land safely and it can also take off. You will have baggage reclaim, where you can collect your bags safely off the conveyor belt. It's quite handy to get a trolley first, and you can put your luggage on top of the trolley. It can be quite stressful sometimes trying to catch your luggage before it goes around the conveyor belt. Putting tags on your bags can be really helpful to identify your luggage very quickly. You also have immigration control, where you will show your passport and they will check your details and identification. Once you've collected your bags, you will go through customs. So here you have an opportunity to declare anything that you wish to that's in your luggage that you brought from another country. If you don't have anything to declare, then you can just go straight through, and then you will arrive at the arrival section. When you're at the arrival section, you can then navigate your way wherever you're going. You could call a taxi or get public transport. So that was English at the airport. I would love to hear from you about your experience of traveling at an airport. Is it something that you like? If you enjoyed this lesson, please have a look at my lesson about English at the restaurant. I have also created an ebook for you. It's about 5 tips to improve your English speaking. And these are really helpful, practical tips that you can start using straight away to improve your English. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please write down in the comments what you thought of this video, even if it's hello. It keeps me motivated to see that people are enjoying these videos. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.